So, hello everyone. Today we are having with us a dynamic personality and director of INIFD South Mumbai, Ms. Tanu Bhatia. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
And now we are going to start our interview. And the first question to you is, why do you like to be in a educational sector rather than any other sectors?
I think it's a great opportunity to be in the education sector wherein, something that you've learned, something that what I have done also, you're able to give it to the next generation. And education is a very, very satisfying and a very, very fulfilling uh, career, or you could say a sector wherein you're actually preparing a next generation for their careers. So I think there's nothing better than this.
Very nice. So, you are in such a good position like a director of INFD South Mumbai. So, what is the key behind this successful career in this department?
For a successful career in fashion
Yeah,
and in interior,
yeah.
yeah. So basically, to every student and everybody who's aspiring to get into the design, uh, I think the best thing is the focus. It's the creativity, it's the talent that they have, and focus which is required in every field, not only in design, but design is something that you have to be updated about every single day. There is something new. There are trends which are changing, and you have to be updated about what's going on in the market. So that's very important to be updated with the current trends. And originality, I think that's very, very important, is to work on yourself, work on your original designs. That is something very important to, especially to make a mark for yourself, and how you can be different from others is just being original.
Nice, man. And the next question to you is, being in such a good position of leadership, can you please tell something about your leadership skill?
Leadership, I think leadership works with teamwork, and it's only teamwork which makes you a good leader also. So it's very important to be transparent with your team. It's very important to take their suggestions, their opinions. Everybody has a different mind. Everybody has different opinions and ideas. It's very important to take the suggestions of your team, and I think that is how a leader should be also. And teamwork is everything, I believe in, and the joint effort actually leads the whole institute.
Yeah, very nice. So, to become a good leader, we should listen to everyone.
Yes, definitely.
So, and the next question to you is, what is the best part of your institute and which is different from others?
Okay. I would say how INFD is different from others would definitely be our curriculum, our tie-ups, and tie-ups like we are like the official knowledge partners to Lakme Fashion Week. We have a tie-up with IMG Reliance, and tie-up with LST, which is London School of Trends, which also imparts the curriculum for us. And through London Fashion Week, we are associated with London Fashion Week and New York Fashion Week, which is like the biggest opportunity for any design student to showcase their collections while they are studying. So that is something which gives you that global exposure. It actually sends you to the international markets, international trends. How to work for an international fashion week is something which is like the biggest exposure to a student, and really helps them when they are actually working in the field, in the industry. It really gives them a lot of experience and exposure. So such tie-ups that we have at INIT definitely set us apart.
Yeah, very nice, man. And the next question is, what are your thoughts about the youth of this country, India?
Okay. So I think it's a very, very smart generation. They don't need, they know what they want to do. They actually have their focus. And I think from a very young age, they know that, what they want to become and what is lying for them ahead. And they actually plan a lot of things. So I think it's a very smart, it's a millennial generation. And I only have to say that, they have everything on their fingertips, right? From whatever they want to know, like if we want to know what happened in Paris Fashion Week, we had to actually go back, wait for months and months to see which collection happened, what designer is doing what.
Yeah. So, what key changes you have done in your institute for a better outcome?
I would not say changes, I would say upgrading ourselves, and we believe in that to upgrade ourselves daily, and we believe in, to come up with new strategies, come up with new ideas, and how our students can benefit from those strategies is something that's very important. It can be, in terms of new workshops, guest lectures, experts coming in to actually share their experience, share the industry experience. And that is something that we work on. Not change, but yes, upgrading every day, upgrading ourselves and upgrading, or you could say, how our student can, make a difference and how they can reach out, how they can show their work. That is something that we, focus on. Yes.
Very nice.
Upgrading that we believe in.
Nice. And next question is, which thing do you do to make a healthy relationship with your teammates and also with your students?
Again, I would come back to one thing, which is like being transparent. And one very important thing is that, the communication has to be very important, be it with the team members or with the students. I think it's very important to daily know what they are doing, what's happening with them. And to know that what do they think about what they are doing. It's very important, and just to talk to each other for some time, actually you get to know a lot of things and you can actually work for the better. That's that.
Nice. And next question is, which are the extra activities done by your institute?
So extra activities is something that, apart from the curriculum, since we run interior and fashion courses, it's very important for students to get a lot of practical exposure. So what they do in classroom is one thing, but what they do outside the classroom is something very, very important in terms of both these courses. And what we believe in and what we actually work on is that, a lot of industry visits, site visits, guest lectures, and practical workshops wherein they're actually working, with the material, and they know, how to work with different materials. And they visit a site, they learn so much, they point out, what's missing, what's happening, what's the latest trend. So apart from theory, what they do in the classroom, it's very, very important for the student to actually go in the market and, research what's new. So market service is also something very important. And the global exposure that we provide to the students, we have a residential program at London, we have a residential program at Bangkok. Now, such programs actually gives them a global perspective, and students get to learn what's going on internationally in the markets. And this makes them independent and, staying with the peers and going out themselves, out of the country, gives them a lot of confidence also. So such programs is something that we've come up with for the students, and they really benefit from such programs. And once they're done with the residential programs, it has a very, very good impact on the way they are thinking and also on the way they are putting up their designs.
Oh, very nice. And next question is, which activities done by your educational or non-educational staff during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Okay. So, COVID-19 was such a learning experience for each and everyone. And very proudly, I would say that, our teachers, our faculty members, and our students, how beautifully and how gracefully they have transitioned from offline classroom lectures to online lectures. And kudos to all of them. Teachers, taking online lectures is something that we followed throughout the lockdown. And other than online regular classrooms, we did a lot of workshops with the students. A lot of expert faculties have come in and taken workshops for our students. There have virtual tours which have happened, wherein an interior designer is actually, doing virtual tour, and fashion faculty is also, showing a lot of techniques virtually. So, something like that could happen online. We didn't even think of before the whole COVID experience, but we've tried to cover a lot of things online also. Learning didn't stop for our students. So that's something that we are really proud of. And we gave them some very interesting assignments, like they've done, makeovers of their homes, and for the interior students and for the fashion students. For the first time ever, we did a virtual fashion show, which was very, very interesting, and how our students came up with different ideas. And, in just that one room where they could not go out, they have come up with such amazing garments sitting at home. And doing a virtual fashion show is something that was really like a breakthrough for them also, and which they gave them a lot of confidence that, when you don't have too many elements, too many things, but then still you've come up with such a great job. So we did a virtual fashion show, workshops, so that we kept them occupied. That's something that, we focused on, that keeping our students occupied during the whole lockdown, so that they are positive, they are engaged. They were like quite occupied the whole time.
Very nice, ma'am. And it was the last question from my side. So, do you want to convey any message to our viewers?
I think the only message that I would like to give is stay focused on whatever you want to do in life or whatever you want to become. It's very important that if you have a liking for a particular thing, then just stay focused to that. That is going to be your bread earner at the end of the day. So staying focused, I think that's the best thing, I think.
Yeah, nice, ma'am. And thank you so much, ma'am, to be a part of this program, Thoughts on Education.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.